Hello students. Today we'll be learning about the next part of the fourth chapter, that is different phylums. Okay, last class we studied about classification of animals and we found under kingdom Animalia there are about 11 different phylums. So in this class we'll be studying about the characteristic feature of these phylums. So first phylum is phylum Porifera. Phylum Porifera, and the example of these phylum Porifera are sponges. Sponges are the organism which belong to phylum Porifera. Sponges. See, these are called as sponges, which are found in marine water, in the oceans. So coming to the characteristic feature of phylum Porifera, organism belonging to phylum Porifera, they are marine and asymmetrical animals. They are mainly found in oceans, sea water. So they are marine and asymmetrical animals. Asymmetry, I already said what are they. Asymmetry means the plane that passes to the center, which will not divide into equal halves. The axis will not divide into equal halves, or the body will be not divided into two halves. That is asymmetric animals. Then they are multicellular and have cellular level of organization. They are multicellular and have cellular level of organization. That means the body is not divided into tissues and organs. The body will live only in the presence of cell. The special features of sponges are sponges have a canal system for the transport of water. See, so this is the diagram of sponges. Okay, this you have to draw in your notebook. This diagram you have to draw in your notebook. See the diagram. See, sponges have canal system for the transport of water. The water is transported inside the body of the sponges by the canal system. You can see the canal system here in this diagram. In the first diagram you can see the canal system. So they have canal system for the transport of water. So how water will enter? Water enters through minute pore called ostia. The water enters through minute pore. Minute pore means small holes called as ostia. You can see here ostium pore. Water enters to minute pore called as ostia and goes to a body cavity called as spongocyl. See the diagram? How the water will enter inside the body of sponges. Sponges have canal system for the transport of water. Water enters, so how it will enter? It will enter through minute pore called as ostia and goes to the body cavity, empty cavity called as spongocyl, and moves out through osculum. All the three parts are drawn in this diagram. So the sponges absorb water by the canal system. So water enters through small pores called as minute pores called as ostium and goes to a body cavity called as spongocyl and moves out from the body through osculum. This is the transport of water inside the body of sponges. Now, why this pathway is required? Why this transport of water is required? This pathway of water is useful in collecting food, respiration and excretion. When water enters inside the body, along with water it will collect the food, whatever is required for the body food. Water helps in respiration as well as excretion, removal of nitrogenous waste from the body. Removal of waste from the body is called as excretion. That's why this particular canal system is important. Okay, so sponges have canal system for the transport of water. Water enters to minute pore called as ostia. As water enters, the food also enter along with the water. and goes to a body cavity called as spongocele and moves out through osculum. Osculum is a part of where wastes are removed along with water excretion. So this pathway is useful in collecting food, respiration and excretion. This particular diagram you have to draw in your notebook. Okay. Next one. Choanocytes line the spongocele and canal. I said there is a body cavity called spongocele. That spongocele is lined by choanocytes. See, in the second diagram you can find the choanocytes. In this diagram, see here, you can find the choanocyte. Choanocytes means collar cells having flagella. Collar cells having flagella are called as choanocytes. Collar cells having flagella are called as choanocytes. They line the spongocele and canal. They are present in this particular spongocele and in the canal, choanocytes. Okay. Then next characteristic feature, digestion is inside the cell. Digestion takes place inside the cell because the body is made up of only cell. Digestion takes place inside the cell. Maybe in the vacuole or some other cell organelles in the cell. Then the body is made up of spicules or spongin fibers. See, the body is made up of spicules. Here you can see the spicules. Spicules are stinging like structure to protect themselves from other enemies. Spicules like we can say thorns, ಮುಳ್ಳಿನ ಹಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. Spicules ಅಂದರೆ ಮುಳ್ಳಿನ ಹಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. When other animal come to attack this particular animal, ಅದು ಆ ಮುಳ್ಳನ್ನು ಚುಚ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ರೋಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಆ ರೋಸ್ ತೆಗೆಯುವಾಗ ಮುಳ್ಳು ಚುಚ್ತದೆ, ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಎನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ spicules. So the body is made up of spicules or spongin fibers. Next, sexes are not separate. So they are called as hermaphrodites. Sexes are not separate means both male and female sex organs are present on the same body. Sexes are not separate means if there is one sponge, both the male and female sex organs are present on the same body. And such organisms are called as hermaphrodite. One more question. Sexes are not separate means both male and female sex organs are present on the same body, and such organisms are called as hermaphrodites. Next, reproduction. Sponges reproduce asexually by fragmentation and sexually by production of gametes. They have two modes of reproduction, that is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is possible because male and female sex organs are present in the same body. So sponges reproduce by two methods, or the organism belonging to phylum Porifera reproduce by two methods, either by asexual reproduction or by sexual reproduction. So how asexual reproduction? They reproduce asexually by fragmentation, that is developing buds. See, you can see your bud in this diagram. This is one mode of reproduction. See the bud of sponges. Okay. So asexual reproduction is by the formation of bud, and sexual reproduction is by the formation of gamete. Male and female sex organ will produce gamete. They fuse together and produce the young one. Okay. Next, fertilization is inside the body. That is fusion of gametes. Fertilization means fusion of gametes or contact of gametes, male and female gamete ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರೋದನ್ನು fertilization ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. So fusion of gametes, that is fertilization, takes place inside the body. ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay. Now, development, how it will develop. It develops into a larva which is different from adult. It will not directly develop into an adult body. First it will develop into a larva. Larva means, I can give you the example of butterfly. You might have studied metamorphosis of butterfly. Butterfly, the young one of butterfly is called, or the larva of butterfly is called as caterpillar. ಮೊದಲು ಅದು ಹುಳ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಟರ್ಫ್ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್, first the sponges will develop into a larva, then that will develop into an adult. Okay, larva, here it will develop into a small young one called as larva, which is different from adult. That larva then will develop into an adult one. Example belonging to phylum Porifera are some different type of sponges. Example, cycon, okay, spongilla and euspongia. Cycon commonly called as scypha. Spongilla is a freshwater sponge and euspongia is a bath sponge. These sponges are usually used to take bath. Okay, see, this is spongilla, freshwater sponge. Green color one is spongilla. It looks like this, freshwater sponge. These are found in marine water, only in marine water. Spongilla. This is euspongia, yellow color. This one is euspongia, bath sponge. Usually used to take bath sponge. And this one is cycon, scypha. This is what the diagram I have showed here, scypha. This one, cycon, scypha. So these are the examples of sponges belonging to phylum Porifera. These are commonly called as sponges. So spongilla is called as a freshwater sponge, euspongia is called as a bath sponge, and cycon, next one, commonly called as scypha. These are the examples of phylum Porifera. This is about the first phylum. Next phylum is phylum Coelenterata, or called as Cnidaria. See, silent here. Phylum Coelenterata or Cnidaria, commonly called as Cnidarians. Cnidaria. C is silent. Cnidaria. Coming to the characteristic feature, they are aquatic, marine, free swimming animals, again found in sea water. Aquatic, marine, free swimming animals. They are radially symmetrical animals. I have already explained these features. Radially symmetrical means the body is divided into identical halves. That is called as radially symmetrical animals. These features I have explained in the last class, radially symmetrical animals. Then, Cnidaria is developed from cnidoblast or cnidocytes. Cnidaria is developed from cnidoblast or cnidocytes. That means stinging capsules. Stinging capsules present on the tentacles of the body. Stinging capsules present on the tentacles of the body. See here, these are called as tentacles. In Aurelia, leg-like structure. See this one, you can see tentacles. Octopus ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, tentacles ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಆಕ್ಟೋಪಸ್ನ ಕೈಗಳನ್ನು tentacles ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ these also organisms have stinging capsules that are present on the tentacles of the body. Now, why the stinging capsules are present? Stinging capsule is used for defense and capture of prey. ಅದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮಿಂದ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅದರ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್, ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ದೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಟೆಂಟಾಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೇ. ಎರಡು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಉಂಟು ಸ್ಟಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸೂಲಿದು. Stinging capsules are present on the tentacles of the body, and those are used for defense. Defense means to protect themselves from other enemies and capture of prey. That means capturing of food. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಹಾರ ಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಅದು ಟೆಂಟಾಕಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಅದರ ರಕ್ಷಣೆಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಜಲಜಂತುಗಳು ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಬೇರೆ ಮೆರೈನ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫಿಶಸ್ ಅದನ್ನು ತಿನ್ನಬಾರ್ದಂತ ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎನಿಮೀಸ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೀಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ food. Then special mechanism is they have gastrovascular cavity. They have gastrovascular cavity. That means this cavity is important for digestion and circulation. Gastrovascular cavity means important for digestion and circulation. Gastro means digestion, vascular means circulation. Gastrovascular cavity with a single opening. ಒಂದೇ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಇರೋದು ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, mouth on hypostome. With a single opening, mouth on, that is not and, on, mouth on hypostome. A single opening, one small opening is present in the body, that is mouth on hypostome. Then digestion is extracellular and intracellular. Digestion is both inside the cell and outside the cell. Inside the cell means inside the cell organelles, outside the cell means by the presence of digestive enzymes. Okay, digestion is extracellular. Our digestion takes place extracellular, outside the cell, not outside the body, outside the cell by the presence of digestive enzymes. And intracellular, both. Digestion is extracellular as well as intracellular. There are different organisms. In some it is extracellular and some it is intracellular. See examples. These are examples of phylum Coelenterata. One example is corals. See, these are corals. You might have seen in Discovery channels or in movies, corals. Okay, so these cnidarians, some cnidarians are called as corals, where their skeleton is made up of calcium carbonate. Some of the cnidarians, examples are corals, where their body is made up of calcium carbonate. These are called as corals. You can see this beautiful creatures. Their body is made up of calcium carbonate. One of the example of cnidarians belonging to phylum Coelenterata, corals, where the body is made up of calcium carbonate. These pictures you don't have to draw. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಿಡಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. Don't draw these pictures. No need of drawing these pictures. Then they exhibit two basic body forms. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎರಡು ಬಾಡಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಉಂಟು. The cnidarians will be having two basic body forms. One is called as polyp. See, this is polyp, one body form. Cylindrical shaped structure is called as polyp. That means some organisms are like this. They look like this, cylindrical shape, and another body form is called as medusa. This one, that is umbrella shape. This is polyp, cylindrical shape, and this is medusa, umbrella shape. Umbrella shape body form is called as medusa, and cylindrical shape body form is called as polyp. Then, since they exhibit two forms, since the cnidarians exhibit two forms, they show alternation of generation. Since they exhibit two forms, which are the forms? One is polyp, which is cylindrical in shape. Second one is medusa, which is umbrella shape. Since they exhibit two forms, they are called as alternation of generation or metagenesis. Their forms are called as metagenesis. Now, speciality is polyps produce medusa asexually. Medusa forms polyps sexually. Again, there are two modes of reproduction. The cylindrical shaped body produces umbrella shaped body asexually. Okay, polyps produce medusa through asexual reproduction. Medusa form polyps through sexual reproduction. Okay, polyps produce medusa through asexual reproduction. Medusa form polyps through sexual reproduction. Now medusa forming polyps. This is one example. See students, this is obelia. Obelia is an example where umbrella shape has been transferred to a cylindrical shape. Medusa form polyps sexually. Example is obelia. Rest examples are hydra, aurelia, adamsia and phycelia. These all are polyp producing medusa asexual. See this organism. This is phycelia. This is umbrella shape. So polyps produce medusa asexually. Example is phycelia. Phycelia is commonly called as Portuguese man of war. See this one. Okay. So this is an umbrella shape. So it is a medusa. Then adamsia. See this one. Polyp. Adamsia. Commonly called as sea anemone. Aurelia. Everybody know this. This is aurelia. Jellyfish. Jellyfish. Hydra again. This is a polyp. This is polyp. This is polyp. This is polyp. Whereas this is medusa. Umbrella shape. This is also medusa. No need of drawing diagrams. So this example of phylum Coelenterata is Phycelia, commonly called as Portuguese man of war. Then Adamsia, called as sea anemone. Aurelia, called as jellyfish. Hydra and obelia. These are the examples of phylum Coelenterata. Next phylum is phylum Ctenophora. Again C is silent here. Phylum Ctenophora. Example for this phylum is, example of Ctenophora is Pleurobrachia. Pleurobrachia. No need of drawing diagram. Pleurobrachia. Example of phylum Ctenophora. So, phylum Ctenophora are commonly called as sea walnuts or comb jellies. They are called as, these are organisms are called as sea walnuts or comb jellies. Again, they are marine. They are found in marine water, sea water or in oceans. And diploblastic animals means they have outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. Diploblastic have tissue level of organization. It is made up of tissues. Tissue level of organization. Special feature is body have 8 external rows. Body have 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates. See this diagram. See, these are called as rows. These green color structures. See, they have 8 external rows. See here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These green color structures, you can see a green color structures are called as comb plates. The body have 8 rows of ciliated comb plates. The green color structure are called as comb plates. So body have 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates, and these comb plates help in locomotion. They have 8 external rows of comb plates, and these comb plates help in locomotion. Locomotion means movement of the body. They help in walking or movement of the body. Locomotion means movement of the body. So body have 8 external rows ciliated comb plates which help in locomotion. Digestion is extracellular as well as intracellular, both inside the body as well as outside the body. Bioluminescence is present in ctenophores. What do you mean by bioluminescence? ಈ ಮಿಂಚು ಹುಳ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? It will exhibit a light, especially during rainy season. You can see ಮಿಂಚು ಹುಳ. ಅದೊಂದು ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಬಯೋಲುಮಿನೆಸೆನ್ಸ್. ನವೇಡೇಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಇನ್ ಓಷನ್ಸ್, ಬ್ಲೂ ಓಷನ್. ನಮಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರಾವಳಿ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೀಚಸ್ ಬ್ಲೂ ಕಲರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಹೋಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬೀಚಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಲೂ ಕಲರ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಬಯೋಲುಮಿನೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಚರ್ಸ್. ಮಿಂಚು ಹುಳ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ exhibit a green color light. Okay, that property is called as bioluminescence. Ctenophores also have the property of exhibiting bioluminescence light. Okay, sexes are not separate. That means both the sexes are present on the same body. They are called as hermaphrodites. Then they exhibit sexual method of reproduction, that is by the formation of gametes. They exhibit sexual method of reproduction. Fertilization is external. Fusion of gamete take place outside the body. Both male and female gamete are released in the water, and fusion of gamete take place in the water. Okay, so fertilization is external. ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ಯಾಮಿಟ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್. ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೊದಲು ಲಾರ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ದೆನ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗ್ರೋ ಇನ್ ಟು ಅಡಲ್ಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ctenophora is pleurobrakia. Next is phylum Platyhelminthes. Next phylum, fourth phylum is phylum Platyhelminthes. So, example of Platyhelminthes is tapeworm. See, this is the example of phylum Platyhelminthes. Tapeworm usually ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಒಳಗಿರುವ ಹುಳ, tapeworm. Other example is liver fluke. This is liver fluke. This is tapeworm. This is liver fluke. Organisms belonging to phylum Platyhelminthes. They have dorso-ventrally flattened body. See, the body of tapeworm, they are flat. Tapeworms are flat. See, so they are dorso-ventrally flattened body, hence are called as flatworms. Their body is flat, so they are commonly called as flatworms. Dorso-ventrally means the front side as well as back side, both side the body is flat, chatte agide, so they are called as flatworms. Okay, they are mostly endoparasite, found in animals and human beings. They are mostly endoparasite. Endoparasite means endo means inside. Endoparasite means they live inside the body of animals or in the body of human beings. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಕರುಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್, ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಳ ಉಂಟಂತ, such worm is called as flatworm. Okay, they are mostly endoparasites. Endoparasites means they live in the intestine of your body, in animals and human beings. These worms are bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally symmetrical means they are divided into equal halves. Triploblastic. Triploblastic means they have an outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. Acoelomate animals without a body lining, body cavity, organ level of organization. They have organs. These organisms will be having different organs. Organs are hooks and suckers. Hooks and suckers are present in the parasitic form. They have two organs. One is hook and second one is sucker. Here it is present. See, hooks and suckers are present. Why these hooks and suckers are present? Using hook, okay, they will cling to the intestine of your body. Using hook, they get attached to the intestine of your body. They are endoparasite. That means they live inside the body, especially in the intestine. Using hook, they get attached to the intestine of your body, and suckers will absorb nutrients from the body. Using suckers, they absorb nutrients from the body directly to their body. So absorption of food from the intestine is by suckers. Using hook, they get attached to your intestine, and using sucker, they absorb nutrients. Whatever nutrients are present in your intestine, they will absorb using suckers and feed their body. Okay, then they have an excretory system. Excretory system is because of specialized cells called as flame cells. Excretory system is because of specialized cells called as flame cells, and these cells help in osmoregulation and excretion. Osmoregulation means for the absorption of water. There are some cells called as flame cells. Flame cells are cup-shaped cells with a number of cilia, and these cells help in osmoregulation. Osmoregulation means for the absorption of water as well as excretion. Excretion means removal of waste from the body. Okay, excretion is because of the presence of flame cells. Sexes are not separate. That means again they are hermaphrodites. Fertilization is internal. That is, fertilization is inside the body. Development again into many larval stages, and then they will develop into adult. First they will develop into larva, and then they will develop into adult. One more example of phylum Platyhelminthes is Planaria. This is an organism which possesses regeneration capacity. One more example, Planaria is an organism which possesses regeneration capacity. Regeneration capacity ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಲಿಝಾರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ವಾಲ್ ಲಿಝಾರ್ಡ್, ಹಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದರ ಟೇಲ್ ಕಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸಮ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ಟೇಲ್. ಲಿಝಾರ್ಡಿದ್ದು ಟೇಲ್ ಕಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿವಸದ ನಂತರ ಅದು ಹೊಸ ಟೇಲನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ರೀಜನರೇಷನ್ property. Here one organism is there which belongs to phylum Platyhelminthes, Planaria. This organism has the ability to produce. It has the ability of regeneration capacity, producing new body organs. Okay, other example is, however, you have seen tapeworm, commonly called as tapeworm. Scientific name is Taenia. This is commonly called as, this is tapeworm, commonly called as tapeworm. Scientific name is Taenia. This is liver fluke, commonly called, scientific name is Fasciola. Tinea called as tapeworm, fasciola is called as liver fluke. This is the fourth phylum. Next phylum is phylum Ascalminthus. Phylum Ascalminthus. Now, the body of Ascalminthus is circular in shape. They are round in structure, circular in shape. Example belonging to phylum Ascalminthus are called as roundworms. See, Ascaris, scientific name is Ascaris. They are commonly called as roundworms. One more is Eukarya bancrofti. Eukarya bancrofti. Ascaris is general example. This is Ascaris, commonly called as roundworms. Okay, so phylum Ascalminthus is circular in shape. They may be free-living, aquatic, and terrestrial or parasitic in plants and animals. Either they free live in soil, sometimes they live in water, they live in land, as well as they live inside the body of animals and human beings. Usually these ascaris are found in the body of children. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು ನಿಮಗೆ, ಹೋದ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಟ್ಟಿ ಕೈಗೆ ಬಾಯಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ಈ ಹುಳ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ನೋವು ಬರೋದು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವರ್ಮ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಯಾರಸ್. ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ನೋವು ಬರೋದು, abdominal pain is because of ascaris. Okay, body is circular in shape, free living, aquatic, terrestrial, parasitic. They live inside the body of plants and animals. Roundworms have organ system level of organization. Organs into. So alimentary canal. Alimentary canal is complete with a well developed muscular pharynx. Alimentary canal means full body organ, that is from mouth to anus is called as alimentary canal. Mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, intestine, anus. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಕೆನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಮೌತ್, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, intestine, rectum, colon and anus. ಇಡೀ ಕೆನಾಲನ್ನು, ಇಡೀ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಕೆನಾಲನ್ನು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಕೆನಾಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಕೆನಾಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ವೆಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಡ್ ಮಸ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ pharynx. Then excretory tubes remove body waste from the body cavity through the excretory pore. Excretory pore is present for excretion, which will remove body waste from the body. Sexes are separate, not hermaphrodites. Sexes are separate, so they are called as dioecious. Sexes are separate, so they are called as dioecious. Sexes are separate. Male and female are distinct. Male and female are distinct means male is different from female. Here speciality is, see this ascaris, this is male and this is female. Female is always longer than male. In ascaris, sexes are separate. That means one male is there, one female is there. But speciality is female is always longer than male. See this? Female is tall and male is short. Okay, so sexes are distinct means female in ascaris, female is always longer than male. Then fertilization is inside the body, internal. Development may be direct or indirect. Example ascaris, that is roundworm, and this is Eukarya bancrofti. This is a worm which cause filaria. ಆನೆಕಾಲು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟಾ? ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇದು ಮೊಸ್ಕಿಟೋದೊಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮೊಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ಬೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆನೆಕಾಲು ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಮ್ Eukarya bancrofti, Eukarya ಕಾಮನ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫೈಲೇರಿಯಲ್ ವರ್ಮ್. ಫೈಲೇರಿಯಾ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಮೊಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮೊಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ನಮಗೆ ಕಚ್ಚಿದಾಗ ಆನೆಕಾಲು ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಫೈಲೇರಿಯಾ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೈಲಮ್ Ascalminthus. Next, sixth one is phylum Annelida. Phylum Annelida. Example is earthworm, leech, etc. Earthworm, erehula. Earthworm, erehula. Leech, ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು ನಿಮಗೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸಕ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಲೀಚ್ ಇಂಥ ಜಿಗ್ಗಣೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Leech, Nereis. Okay, fine. They belong to phylum Annelida. Phylum Annelida are aquatic, terrestrial, free-living, and sometimes parasitic. They are aquatic. Some are organisms are aquatic, some are free-living, some are terrestrial, live in land, and some are parasitic. Parasitic leech ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು ನಿಮಗೆ, ಎಕ್ಟೋಪ್ಯಾರಸೈಟ್. ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಇರೋದು, ಒಳಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಅಂಟಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಲಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಸಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಲೀಚ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಕ್ಟೋಪ್ಯಾರಸೈಟ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ system of organization. They have organs, they are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, metamerically segmented. They exhibit metamerism. See here, ನೀವು ಎರೆಹುಳವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ, ಅರ್ಥವವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ, ಅವರ ಬಾಡಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ here segments. Can you see the segments here? This one, segments. You can see cuts, no? So their complete body is divided into small segments. Here also you can see the segments here. Okay, so they exhibit metamerism. The body is metamerically segmented and coelomate animals. They have a body cavity lined by mesoderm. Then body surface is distinctly marked into segments or metameres. Hence they are called as phylum Annelida. The body surface is marked into segments or metamerism, so they belong to phylum Annelida. Annelida means little ring-like structures. Okay, they possess longitudinal and circular muscles for locomotion. They possess longitudinal. They move using their body muscles. Okay, locomotion means move. They have circular muscles in their body which is used for locomotion. Aquatic animals have lateral appendages. See, one more example of phylum Annelida is Nereis. This one is Nereis. So these are lateral appendages. See this one. This one is lateral appendages. Lateral appendages means legs. They have legs for moving. Okay, aquatic organism. One more example of phylum Annelida is Nereis. They will be having, these are lateral appendages. That means legs for moving. Okay, parapodia helps in swimming. This aquatic organism will be having parapodia. Parapodia means flesh lateral outgrowth which help in swimming. Then they have a closed circulatory system. Closed circulatory system, a heart where blood will travel to a closed circulatory system, heart and arteries. Then nephridae help in osmoregulation and excretion. They have an excretory organ. All this phylum Annelida, the organism belonging to phylum Annelida will be having an excretory organ called as nephridia. The organism belonging to phylum Annelida will be having an excretory organ called as nephridia which help in absorption of water and removal of waste. They will be having a nervous system. Neural system. Nervous system consists of paired ganglia and a double ventral nerve cord. They will be having a nervous system. Nervous system, paired ganglia, nerve cells. Nerve cells which control the body segments as well as head. They will be having paired ganglia and ventral nerve cord, a structure of invertebrate central nervous system. So they have a nervous system. Nereis and aquatic organism are dioecious. See this here, this one. This is dioecious. Dioecious means Sexes are separate. There are male organism as well as female organism. Whereas earthworm and leeches are monoecious. Earthworm, this is earthworm and this is leech. They are monoecious. That means sexes are not separate. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಕ್ಸಸ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಉಂಟು, ಒಂದು ಮೇಲ್ ಉಂಟು, ಒಂದು ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಉಂಟು. ಅರ್ಥವರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲೀಚಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಕ್ಸಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದರ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಮೇಲ್ ಉಂಟು, ಅದರ ಬಾಡಿಯೊಳಗೆ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಉಂಟು. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್. ನೀರೀಸ್ ಆರ್ dioecious, sexes are separate. Earthworm and leech are monoecious. That means sexes are not separate. Both the sexes are present in the same body. Okay. Then development is direct. Wherever indirect, a larva called trochophore is produced. Development direct ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Earthworm ಅಲ್ಲಿ development direct ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು larva form ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So that larva is called as trochophore. Reproduction is sexual method of reproduction. Example, Nereis. Earthworm, scientific name is Perithema. Leech, scientific name is Hirudinaria. Nereis, Perithema, scientific name, common name earthworm. Hirudinaria, common name blood-sucking leech. These are the features of phylum Annelida. Remaining phylums we'll study in the coming class. Hope you understood. Thank you.